What's up, YouTube? It is your boy Triple Digits. This video right here is gonna be the reason why I haven't posted in a while. Here's a nice day today. All right, so first of all, I had just got my car back a couple of days ago, and the reason why my car was MIA because the transmission went out right here. It didn't really go out. What it was doing, while I was driving, let me get inside the car so I can explain. While I was driving, the check engine light will be off, but it would be high rev a lot. Like then it would stop. It'd be like once in a blue moon, it'd be a high rev, and then it would stop. I won't be able to do the speed limit fast enough. Like it'd take me a long time to get to 30 miles an hour. When I stopped at a red light, it was hard to continue going to at least get to 40 miles an hour. It would drive slow. On the highway, if a car was cutting me off and I had to stop or hit the brakes, slow down, and try to pick up speed again, and like in traffic, I won't be able to reach the speed limit that I needed to be like 70, 60 fast enough. So like cars cut me off constantly, blowing the horn, giving me the finger. Also, and once a blue moon, it will high rev and don't come back down. We have to pull over, turn the car off, turn it back on, and it'll be fine again. The check engine light came on, it came off, like probably like once a month. It didn't stay on consistently, so I think it was a serious problem. But I really was annoyed with the fact that I had to keep pulling over, or I wasn't able to do the speed limit fast enough. So, taking it to a shop and getting diagnosed, they said 2 codes pop up on a scanner in the computer. So I will post those codes that popped up in the details, because it's actually in the paperwork. The transmission, it holds 7.75, like, so that's basically 7 3/4 with a fluid. So I had bought 8. There's a reason why this fluid is sitting here, by the way. All these right here are full, by the way. And I'm gonna explain the reason why later on. But I have a V6. There's only one transmission for the V6, and it's about 4 of the transmissions for the 4 cylinders, because there's different type of 4 cylinders. You got the hybrid, and you got some other ones. But there's 4 different type of transmissions for the 4 cylinder, but there's only one. There's only one for the V6. So before you buy one, ask them to send you a picture of the model number, because I had ordered 2. The first one was the wrong one. The first one was for a 4 cylinder, but it was labeled as a 3.5 V6 that it came out of. So you will look at the model number right here. This is for a V6 right here. It's gonna be U as in umbrella, A as in alpha, 80E, E as in echo. And that's gonna be for a V6, only for a V6. Ask them to send you a picture of that model number before they ship it out, because you gotta pay for shipping. That's the model number right there. The 4 cylinder is gonna have a U, B as in Bravo, 80E. The B as in Bravo is gonna be for a 4 cylinder. That's very important, because the time it takes to ship to the shop that you get it done at, or ship to you, wherever you will get it shipped at, and it's the wrong one, you gotta ship it back to get a refund. That's very important. So, and also the transmission part number is gonna be 30510-33861-84, and that is for the V6 transmission. Only the V6 transmission, that's the part number for it. Also, you must go by your VIN number. You must go by your VIN number to find out exactly what transmission is for you. Even though there's only one for the V6, still go by the VIN number from the part that you do buy. If you buy a used one, and trust me, you're gonna buy a used one. If you buy a used one, go by the VIN number and match the VIN numbers up. So, a brand new transmission from Toyota costs $48.65. I found some dealerships that sold it for $46.12, and the warranty is 12 months, 12,000 miles for a brand new one from Toyota. Now, on the phone, they said it would be a 3-year warranty, unlimited miles. So I went to the Toyota of Denton, because that's who told me that statement. And the guy name was Mark. And when I went there to speak to Mark, Mark wasn't there. He was at lunch. I said, hey, Mark said it was 3 years 3 years, unlimited miles. They said that's not true. All Toyota parts have a 12 months, 12,000 mile warranty. And it says on their website too, so that is the true statement. 12 months, 12,000 miles warranty. So that's just being said. If you want to buy a brand new one, you get 12 months, 12,000 miles. It's gonna cost you $48.65 plus $1,000 core charge. A core charge. The core charge is when they get this one back. So I found a website for Toyota parts that have cheaper parts for all Toyota parts. All Toyota parts is cheaper on a website. They actually based out of Kansas City, and I will post that link to their website where you can order all Toyota parts for cheaper than what the dealership would sell it for. They actually mark it down a little bit so they get the business. I'll post that link also in the description. So even if I was to order the brand new one, and they was gonna charge me, I think $36.12. I think the price was $36.12 for a brand new one, or $3,800 for a brand new one, plus $1,000 core charge. I asked them, do I have to ship this used one back to them? They said I don't have to ship it to them. I can bring it to any Toyota as long as it has zero fluid in there, zero transmission fluid, which you see some leaking right now. So it can't be like that. It has to be zero transmission fluid in there, and it has to be intact. So it can't be broken apart. It has to be intact as it is right now, intact, and then you can get your $1,000 core charge back. So I didn't go that route. Let me tell you why I didn't go that route with Toyota. When I went there to purchase the brand new transmission, it's backlogged because of the supply chain. It's backlogged. At first, they told me 3 to 4 weeks on the phone. They told me it would take 3 to 4 weeks for them to get it. When I actually go there to do business, they punch in the computer. It is backlogged. There is no transmissions on the way. They have no ETA at all. So before you pull your transmission out your car, even if you drive it kind of funny, just keep on driving it, but purchase a new transmission or keep looking for a used one. Now, a used one you can find on carparts.com. That's CAR-parts.com. And you put your model number in, you put your the year in, the model, and the make and model, and what part you're looking for. It have all parts that's used on that website. Now, I found a used one with 9,000 miles on it, and I had the receipt right here. Right here. I got it folded for personal information. So, but right there, I bought a used one for $1,750 with 9,000 miles on it. It was for a Camry. It came out of a Camry. That's the VIN number that it came out of right there. And the same VIN number that it matched mine. I matched the VIN number with the VIN number of the part. Also the engine. Also, you will see this a lot if you look for V6, 2GRKFKS. That's the engine, which is the 3.5. So mine had 9,000 miles on it that I ordered from. I also ordered 2 axles, which I'll get into that later on. So that being said, I bought a used one with 9,000 miles on it for $1,750. I saved a lot of money from buying a brand new one for $3,800 and having no ETA whatsoever of when it will be here. So I had no choice but to buy a used one. So the first one that came was for a 4-cylinder, like I mentioned before, for a 4-cylinder. So I was told to change the gasket and the filter. So I went and bought this one. When the used one came, the first one came, I had it shipped to the shop. This right here is a gasket and a filter. I got it from eBay. I will also include a link. When I called Toyota to ask for this part right here, they told me 2 to 3 weeks for them to get it, and they're not sure about that ETA date either. 2 to 3 weeks just to get this filter part for the transmission. That they do not keep this in stock at any Toyota. I called 5 in my area, and I'm in the North Texas area. They do not keep any of these in stock. It cost me $29.22 on eBay. I will also include this link also. So this video is going to be really helpful. I hope you share this video, like this video, and leave a comment if you have any issues with your transmission. Maybe I can answer your question, or if I can't answer it, I will definitely find an answer for you. But take it to a shop now. Make sure you read the reviews of all shops that you might decide to go to. Read all reviews. And the shop I went to, I will not name them, but I was charged for installation. I was charged $16.63. Oh no, $16.68 and 55 cents. So that include just the labor, and also they changed 2 axles, seals, and 1 front pump seal as well with that price. So that's 3 parts that they bought. I bought the fluid, as you can see, and they put the fluid in for me. So when buying the fluid, make sure you buy Toyota transmission fluid with all Toyota cars. And the part number for this is gonna be 00289-ATFWS. Automatic transmission fluid for all Toyota cars. You want to use Toyota transmission fluid. A shop was trying to put their own transmission fluid in there. They would probably put Valvoline. They probably get a bulk discount with Valvoline. But I said, hey, you Toyota, please? And they said, if you buy it, we'll use it. So I went and bought 8 quarts. They used it. Okay. So when they put the transmission fluid in there, they swapped out the transmission. The time frame for a transmission swap, of course, is 1 to 2 weeks. But they did have a lot of cars. So it took after they got the right transmission this time, because they got the wrong one at first. After they got the right transmission this time, they got it on a Tuesday. I got my car back Saturday morning. So they fixed it. It's a lot of time. Even when I got the wrong one, it sat there for a week. So that was time that was down. And the whole time I'm taking Lyft to get around as well. And I even walked 2 miles to Walmart. So before your transmission is pulled out, make sure you have arrangements to get around and ask the shop how long it will take to swap out the transmission. They're going to tell you the best scenario, 1 or 2 days. They might tell you 1 day. They're going to give you the most positive answer to get your business. But once your car is in there and the transmission is pulled out, your car's in their hands. You're saying, and you're very vulnerable, and you're waiting patiently to get your car back. They picked up the phone every time, and it was excellent communication throughout the process with the shop that I chose. So make sure it's great communication, because at first a lot of shops will smile on your face just get your business. Once they get your car and they lot and it's taken apart, you're up for grabs. So I know you see an axle sitting here, right? So when they pulled the transmission out, they broke a passenger axle, and which is the passenger side right here. And here's the damage right here. Let me put it more in the light so the sun can get it. Okay. So the axle was broken. Here's the axle right here. They said that it could have happened through a prior repair, which my car had no major repairs, as you know. Just the brakes right here. The brakes were changed. That's it. And the brakes don't make it this far. I don't believe the brakes make it this far. But they removed the They had to remove the axle, both axles, to swap out the transmission. And they said that it could have happened through a prior repair. And I argued that. I said, no, my car had no major repairs at all to make it this far. And they said what could have happened at the factory could have been cross-threaded. And I want to know your opinions, because I know that's BS also. But leave a comment with your opinions to let me know what you think what happened to this axle. I didn't break it. I didn't give it to him like this. But there's no time and place to argue. That's not the time or place to argue in public. There's a time and place to argue, but it's not at the shop. But this is the part right here that I took back, so I can actually show you one video that this was given back to me, and they said that I can get to them like this, which I know that I'm not gonna argue with nobody over this. So I bought a brand new side for the passenger side. I bought a brand new one for the driver's side, and that price was, the passenger side was $225, and the driver's side was $150. I don't know why it's a big difference. It came with the same car. All 3 parts, the transmission, the axles, came with the same car. So I'm really happy for that. And this shop right here actually only accepts cash. They don't accept no credit. So I had to do Zelle with them, and that's how they got their payment. So now back to transmission fluid. Why do I have a whole 7 quarts right here, which it was 8, but let me explain why I have 7. So after I got my car back, everything was fine. It drove good. It shifts really well. Like when you shift it, you don't feel it. It's a brand new transmission at 9,000 miles, brand new. So under my car, when my trash came, I had put my trash in my garage, and when I pulled my car out, there's actually a big stain of red fluid under the car. So I recommend checking your car out thoroughly, which I did when I left the shop. I looked under the car, it wasn't leaking. But after you drive it, it may start leaking. Have a cardboard when you park it, if you have a garage, or if you park it on the street, or you park it in a parking garage, or if you park it in the parking lot of your apartment complex, or wherever you park your car at. Put a cardboard under it when you park overnight, and if there's anything leaking, it's gonna be on the cardboard, so you know that it came from your car and that's another car, so that way there's no questions. It was leaking. Even you see in my driveway right there. Let me zoom in. See the baking soda? I put some baking soda down so it won't stain, and I'm gonna wash it with my hose later on. That's where it was also leaking when I pulled up to put my my trash into my garage. So I called the shop back and I said, hey, it's leaking. He said, all right, bring it back. We're gonna check it out, see where it's leaking from. I brought it back. It said it leaked from the washer. They actually reused the washer from my old transmission on my new transmission. Besides just replacing it, I would have bought it. I think the part was like $10, $5, $10. I don't know. I would have bought it. All the parts I bought already. I would have bought it. But instead, they reused it. They didn't even ask me. They just reused it. It was leaking again. Brand new transmission is leaking. So besides having 8 quarts, which I bought, they used 1 quart because they said it leaked 1 quart. So I still wanted to buy enough quarts to see if they needed it. So it said it leaked 1 quart over a couple of days. So it was a small drip, but it was dripping. And lucky I caught it when I did. Otherwise, I had more transmission failure after replacing the brand new one and the money I already spent. So I spent $1668.55 for the labor, and I spent $1750, $150, $225 just for the parts. So I would have wasted all that money and time of waiting for the transmission, taking lifts back and forth to work, and just dealing with finding the parts. Everything would have been a waste if I would have wasted all that transmission fluid out without catching it. So please check your car, even if you don't have a transmission repair. Check your car for leaks. Put a cardboard under the car and check see if any leaking. You catch a failure for repair, or you catch a maintenance that need to be done beforehand, and it'll save you a lot more money in the long run. So that is, they got the transmission fluid. Oh, each of these right here, I bought these for $10.80 a quart. The price went up to $12 this past week because of the supply chain issues. It went up to $12 and some change, actually. So if you do need transmission fluid, buy it now. If you need oil, buy it now. All the fluids are going up. All the fluids have already went up. I actually got a discount on this from Toyota. They actually had been really helpful to me, and I actually got a discount on the transmission fluid. And you could return it as long as it's not open. As you see, that one right there is open though. The shop opened that one. They thought they might need it. They didn't need it. They opened it anyway. So anyway, I'm gonna include Toyota care number in it in the comments, so you can call them if you have any questions about the warranty. The warranty is, give me a second. Toyota warranty for the first 36 months / 36,000 limited warranty coverage. That's the basic coverage warranty for the whole entire car. For the whole entire car, which is right here, my Toyota Camry. When it comes brand new, the first 36,000 miles is covered by limited warranty coverage. And then once you get past that, there's no more limited coverage warranty. But the first 60 months / 60,000 miles covers the powertrain. So if you have any issue with your powertrain, if it's 50,000 miles and you think you have an issue, take it to Toyota, have them check it out, and also get a second opinion from another shop if it's any powertrain issues. So that being said, powertrain covers the engine, transmission, the transaxle, the front wheel drive system, the rear wheel drive system, seat belts, and airbags. That's the first 60,000 miles. So also you get an extended warranty. Me, I already had Car Shield, which let me show you. I had Car Shield, and it's gonna be a second video, another video of why they didn't cover it, and I will go over the whole contract word for word what's inside this contract. So that's the next video, actually, I'm gonna do about Car Shield and the contract, so you know word for word what they cover, what they don't cover, and anything that could void your warranty, and also how much I was paying a month for Car Shield. So, cover the powertrain, the model number, the axle. The axle brand new from Toyota. It actually costs $700. The website, no, actually it costs $600. It's $700 or $600 brand new from Toyota. The website that I will provide the link to, the axle actually came out to $411 brand new, but they didn't ship it because they were real busy. It actually got lost. They never processed it. I paid for it, but they never processed it and then shipped it. So I got a refund from them, and when I ordered the transmission, they had both axles anyway for the driver and passenger side. So I paid for both axles and the transmission from the same place. So Toyota actually refunded me my money back, the $411 that I spent for a brand new one. Also, the transmissions for a 2018 Camry is the same, exactly the same as most of the other models. So that 2018 Avalon, 19 Avalon, 2019 Camry, 2020 Camry, the 2020 Avalon, even the ES350 Lexus, 18, 19, 20, all of the transmissions are the same. And also they take the same transmission fluid. So that's this information. So when you look for a transmission, you're gonna see Avalons pop up, the Camrys pop up, and Lexus pop up. Same transmission, 8-speed transmission, and they all take the same amount of fluid, which is 7.75. You're gonna buy 8 quarts. You can buy 9 quarts just in case, but it's gonna be 8 quarts you do have to buy. So just be careful. Also, don't buy no flood cars with transmission. Don't buy no floods and no fires. You can buy rollovers, crash, front, back, don't matter. You're looking for a transmission. Just no floods, otherwise you will be wasting your money. And it will sell you a flood vehicle. Also, the place that I bought it from, if you need to know the place that I bought mine from, let me know what kind of car you're looking for. They only had 2 left. They had one that had 9,000 miles and one that had 15,000 miles. And they don't buy no flood vehicles. They actually sent me the pictures of everything of my transmission before they sent it out. I seen pictures, even before I bought it, they sent the pictures of all the angles, upside, downside, bottom. They sent the model number. It was on a pallet. It was wrapped up securely. It was ready for shipping. Also, they even asked me who I wanted to use for shipping. And I had chose R&L. R&L had shipped even the first one, which was the wrong one, but they still shipped it without any issues. It was fast shipping. So I'm going to recommend R&L. I used them twice with the same process of changing the transmission. I used them the first time, the second time, no issues at all. They even came and picked up the old one fast to ship it back so I get my refund. The first time I didn't pay for shipping. I paid I want to say $1550 for the 4-cylinder transmission, and that one had 51,000 miles, and that was the only one that showed to be a V6, and it wasn't even a V6, it was the wrong one. So I paid $1560 for the wrong one, which was a 4-cylinder. This right here costs $1750. You can't use the parts from the 2 different transmissions at all. Also, I'm going to open this up in another video, not the car show video, but I'm going to open up the transmission, see what's inside the transmission, because I'm curious to see what's inside. It's 2 parts or 3 parts inside the transmission that had failed that caused me to have to buy a brand new one anyway, because the parts anyway were called brand new, and then Toyota didn't even have the parts. So you kind of forced to buy a used transmission at this point in time if you have transmission failure. So like this video. It doesn't cost anything to like the video. Like the video. Share the video to whoever have a Toyota Camry. Or whoever's buying a Toyota Camry. Share the video. Subscribe. Always subscribe. Also, leave a comment if you have any transmission issues. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think that you might do or what you think I should have done. Also, the transmission shop says every 30,000 miles, you're supposed to get a transmission flush, but don't do no flush. Buy the quarts, take it to the shop. They'll lift the car in the air, drain some of the old fluid, and put 5 quarts. Buy 5 quarts, and they'll drain 5 quarts, and they'll put 5 quarts of brand new fluid back into the transmission. Keep it running forever. Hopefully, keep it running even longer. She have no issues with any type of transmission issues if it's brand new fluid in there every 30,000 miles. So I'm gonna save this quartz right here to do it after 30,000 miles. I will swap the fluid back, put brand new fluid in there, and he told me that would cost me $168, and I buy my own fluid. So 5 quarts, like, it's gonna be about 12 times 5, 60, plus the 168 to get that done every 30,000 miles to keep the transmission. I'll do that versus going through all the trouble I went through already. The lifts, waiting for a transmission, got the wrong transmission, had to pay for labor, had to pay for transmission. I'll do that every 30,000 miles versus doing a transmission flush that could mess it up anyway. You want to do a flush, it will flush metal through all the transmission. It will mess it up anyway. So buy the fluid and you get that swapped out every 30,000 miles as he recommended. The first transmission that I bought, it came from LKQ Corporation. Wrong transmission. They labeled it wrong. So that's who sent me the wrong transmission. LKQ Corporation. Before you buy any transmission, like I said before in the video, ask for pictures. Ask for a picture of the model number. Ask for pictures. Share this video to whoever think about buying a Toyota Camry or any Toyota period. If they have a Lexus, Avalon, or even if they have a transmission issue or think about buying a Toyota Camry or Toyota period, share this video, like, comment, subscribe. I read all comments. I appreciate all subscribers. Thank you.